If someone pitched Wizbit today, they would probably be asked to explain it several times before anyone agreed to make it. And let's be honest, it probably wouldn't even get the green light. A giant yellow wizard's hat from another planet, an 8-foot rabbit, a villain who lived in a castle balanced on a giant stone fist floating in the sky. Somehow, this all ended up on BBC One. First broadcast in 1986, Wizbit starred magician Paul Daniels and his assistant Debbie McGee. Daniels also provided the voice of the title character, an alien magician from the planet WoW, short for World of Wizards. Wizbit's mission was simple enough. Spend a year and a day on Earth learning about the planet and its inhabitants. The fact that most of this learning took place in a town filled with magical objects was apparently beside the point. The series was set in Puzzleopolis, a place where almost everything seemed to have escaped from a magician's prop box. Dice wandered the streets, sponge balls chatted to one another, and rabbits were treated as perfectly ordinary members of society. Wizbit's closest friend was Wooly, a towering white rabbit who accompanied him on his adventures. Together they solved riddles, outwitted villains, and generally tried to keep Puzzleopolis running smoothly. Each episode revolved around puzzles and brain teasers. Viewers at home were encouraged to work out the answers before the solution was revealed later in the programme. The riddles often relied on lateral thinking rather than straightforward knowledge, giving the show an educational element hidden beneath all the surreal costumes and scenery. Standing in Wizbit's way was Professor Doom, the show's resident villain. Alongside a collection of equally eccentric characters, he regularly came up with schemes that threatened the peace of Puzzleopolis. Whether his plans involved magical tricks, strange inventions, or simple mischief, they usually ended with Wizbit saving the day by using his magic word, Ostigazuzulum. The programme ran from 1986 to 1988 and produced 27 episodes. Although it wasn't one of the BBC's biggest children's hits, it certainly left an impression. Mention Wizbit to people who watched children's television in the 1980s, and there's a good chance they'll immediately start singing the theme tune or wonder whether the whole series had been some kind of fever dream. For some viewers, its odd visuals and surreal moments even earned it the label Nightmare Fuel, while others remember it more fondly as a brilliantly strange piece of 1980s children's TV. Either way, Wizbit is the kind of show that tends to stick in your memory whether you want it to or not. There wasn't a lot of Wizbit merchandise available, but fans did have a few things to enjoy. In 1989, Barry Murray wrote the Wizbit Annual as well as the Wizbit Storybook and the Wizbit Magic Book, giving children the chance to enjoy a little more of Wizbit away from the television. The internet has spent years debating whether the show was charming, bizarre, or slightly terrifying. Quite a few people seem to think it managed all three at once. So, whether you remember racing home to watch Wizbit, or have only just discovered this delightfully eccentric corner of 1980s children's television, one thing's for sure, they don't make them quite like this anymore. With a cone-shaped magician, his long-suffering rabbit sidekick Wooly, and plenty of magical mishaps, Wizbit remains a charming reminder of a time when children's TV wasn't afraid to be a little bit strange, and all the more memorable for it. Well, that's the end of our year and a day in Puzzleopolis. Until next time, Ostigazuzulum, and haha this away. My, oh my.